know sometimes when I'm up and I get knocked back down, I gotta search for my feelings just like a pat down. And when I hear you ain't loyal, I don't like that sound. And you done burnt all them bridges, don't you come back round. You know sometimes when I'm up and I get knocked back down, I gotta search.
It's your boy Noto, back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. In today's video, we're going to discuss the type of attractive man that all men hate. So guys, I came across this clip on TikTok. I'm going to show you guys this clip and we're going to come back and chop it up.
And y'all want to know the guy that every man is jealous of? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is the guy that every man is jealous of, and he feels envy in his heart towards this man. You want to know who he is? And you guys probably know this guy. You guys probably know like 3 of these guys. It's the guy who sits at the house, plays video games all day, gets to drive his girl car, he smoked all day inside the house, and he just watched basketball and football games all day. That's the dude that men are really jealous of. I swear to God. And the reason why they are jealous of them is because men work their ass off, do everything they possibly can in this world, you know what I'm saying? And try to raise a family, try to, achieve things in life, and that girl still cheating on them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they can do everything right, and then they can't get their girl to act right. But you want to know who act right? That girl who paying for everything, that's letting them sit at the house and just play video games and smoke and watch the game. And she get tired of him, but the moment that he pack up that PlayStation, oh, she hurt. She want him back. Babe, please come back. Please, please. You know what I'm saying? That's the dude that men secretly envy, because he doesn't have to do shit to get his girl not to do nothing. Like, she'll never cheat on him. She just stay with his ass, be with him. And he ain't gotta worry about shit. You know what I'm saying? She might go out once a month, and that's even pushing it for him. You know what I'm saying? But she always, oh, babe, do you need anything? Do you need some blunts from the store? Do you want me to go pick you up some shit so you good? That's the man that men secretly envy, bro. It's not the rich dude. I swear it's not the rich dude. Cause most men look at rich dudes like, man, he probably working 1,000,000 times harder. He probably fucking busting his ass 24 hours a day for that type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's the man who sit down and don't do nothing, and he got all his bills taken care of by this woman, and his life has no problems. His girl ain't cheating on him and shit. She always worried about what the fuck he doing, and he just sitting at the house playing a game.
Now, as you can see, guys, I know for a fact he doesn't say that it's an attractive man and all this other stuff. I know the video title doesn't say that, but the type of man that he's describing fits the bill. Definitely fits that bill. The reason why they hate this type of attractive man is because he doesn't have to put in any effort. In a world where a whole bunch of guys are doing everything in their power to use everything externally to attract the opposite sex, most of their lives revolve around trying to get resources to be able to attract this certain mate. Everything is superficial with them. You see what I'm saying? They have to use resources. They have to peacock with stuff. Understand that. So those guys that are busting their ass out here, you think they gonna be able to stomach a guy that's able to just walk in the room and not even put in any of the effort that he's put into and get the same chicks that he's not getting by peacocking his ass off? You see what I'm saying? And I know what the guy was talking about. It's more so along like more so of like a hood guy or something like that or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's really just describing a type of guy that doesn't have to put in any effort. A woman will spend their money on this guy. Definitely will. His presence and his whole being is basically the currency for her. She doesn't need financial compensation. You see what I mean? See, this is what the guys don't understand. This is why we practice becoming the most attractive version of yourself that you can. This is why we practice the body game. Shout out to Ron Will, so you can get and activate the primal nature in a woman and have her to feel you on the level of sex appeal. That is why. And for the guys that be like, oh, no, you don't have to look like no freaking PSL god for this to happen. No, you don't have to look like one. And to be honest with you, I keep telling you guys, the main thing that marks the PSL god is the sex appeal. It's the sex appeal. The body game mogs the PSL guys simply because of the sex appeal aspect. Now, if you're like an average face with the body game, of course. But if you're extra cooked in the face with the body, you're gonna do ugly, sexy player game, and of course, the body's just gonna have to be on a crazy level. But I'm telling you right now. But if you just got a decent face and you got like a crazy look, man, and you got the sex appeal, bro, that's enough. That's enough right there. That's enough for this to happen. This type of dynamic, having the power to be able to be in a hobosexual type of situation. And for those that don't know what that is, guys that usually lay up with women and be with women, in exchange to stay with them and stuff like that. Pretty much having the woman take care of them and all that kind of stuff like that. Whatever form that might come in, it can be different forms. It doesn't necessarily have to be in her household and stuff like that. But I've been in a couple of these situations. Sugar mama situations is another one. Any situation where the roles are pretty much reversed of what guys usually would talk to women and try to provide the resources and all that. Oh man, I'll do this for her, I'll do that for her. It's really the reverse. Now guys, or the majority of guys, are the ones that are on this other side right here. This is why they can't stand your ass. They cannot stand you. And not saying that you got to be incompetent, not saying you got to be a bum that don't work, don't do nothing. No, you know what I'm saying? No, have no source of income, not trying to get any type of money or nothing. I'm not saying like being complacent in life and none of that, but you could. You have the ability to be in that situation currently and still bag. That's the whole problem. This is why they can't stand your ass. They can't stand being around you. What? They can't relate to you. They can't relate to how it's saying. Like you can't tell the story to these guys like, hey man, this chick that spent some money on me, man. She just came and bought me some food, bro. She just paid my bill, bro. Oh, she just paid my phone bill. She just bought me a new phone, bro. Oh, she let me get her car, bro. In some cases, she probably just bought you a new car, but they cannot relate to this. They the ones doing the buying. These guys doing the buying. You see what I'm saying? Like these are guys talking about something. Oh yeah, happy wife, happy life, and all this other stuff. And shoot, they wives looking at you, breaking their neck. You could, like I say, I made that video of what being a janitor taught me about women. Shoot, they see a man that's sexually attracted to them. They don't give a damn about what their husband making and all that stuff like that. I done had chicks breaking their neck at me, and they standing next to a guy that's the whole breadwinner. I'm talking about these. I'm holding the broom and dustpan in my hand. She just breaking her neck at me, like, because my sleeves was hugging that day. I hadn't rolled them up and all. It was hot that day, so I had to move somewhere else to another part of the facility. Or I had to go outside and stuff and get the trash and all that. So I had the broom and bro, the guns was showing. And she was breaking her neck. And she going over there he was going up there to the front desk to go over there and purchase a cabin at the cabin's $700, $500, $700 a night, bro. It takes a lot of money to stay where I was working at. Not even to mention the money it takes to get there, but on top of all that, so you mean to tell me she breaking her neck out of janitor while he over there spending the cash? I'm talking about like he probably got to buy 2 or 3 cabins or whatever because they, or whatever. But this is to say, like, he's the one spending the bread and she's sitting there just breaking her neck at me the whole time, smiling at me, and then proceeds to start a conversation. And then, like, this is why I was telling you guys, like, it's hard to try to get out these conversations. And I'm trying to sit there and be like, it's hard to it's kind of hard to get out of these conversations with the wife when she's flirting with you, but you're trying to be respectful because the husband's there and he's trying to speed up the situation so you can get away because he already feeling uncomfortable. He already looking at you like you trying to do something and you trying to talk to his wife, because it's always that type of dynamic. They can't stand you. Bro, he did so much. You got to understand how much he invested in that trip. He tried to drive all the way out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you get to the arch of the beginning of the national park, you got to drive for miles in there, like miles in there. So he didn't spend a lot of money on gas, a lot of money on all this other stuff, the food and all that stuff, bro. This park is big as hell, 22 million acres, by the way. So, man, he didn't invest in all this stuff just to have his wife flirting with a janitor in front of his face. Understand that, bro. This is real, bro. That's why I keep telling a lot of guys are in a trick of a marriage. And you can say what you want to say. Oh, you got to pay anyway. No, the hell you don't. Not in the way that you're saying. See, it's a difference between having to pay as a requirement to be able to keep the woman and just paying just to keep up for the upkeep of life, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Girls don't mind doing 50-50. They don't mind doing 100-0 with a guy that they find sexually attractive. And that just going way into it. Now, you as a guy, of course, you want to contribute. You know what I mean? But if push came to shove, they'll do it. You hitting on them on a primal level like that, you're attractive enough to them, shit, they don't give a damn. Like I say, like I seen that post on Facebook ever since then, like it really turned because I was just getting out of the tail end of my red pill rage, because I told you I went on red pill rage for at least a year and a half. So like at the tail end, I seen that you like once I love a man, once I like a man, and I find him attractive, my money like him too. And I started seeing the other end of the money liking them too. When I had women taking me out on dates, I had women doing stuff for me and buying stuff for me all the time, bro. Like it was crazy. It's crazy, man. Like when I worked there as a janitor, it really, really opened my eyes because that's when people had the real money. And those chicks was like, they was on me. You feel me? They was on me. And I wasn't making nothing but what, $14 an hour or something like that doing that. Cause you know, is what it is. I was just doing it because it was a good place to do it. Had a a different experience and stuff, something I never did before. Yeah, y'all seen the pictures and stuff like that while I was out there and all the guys and all these, something I never did before. So I just did it there so to have some room and board and work and whatever. Try something different. Some people don't jump out and do something different. But anyway, you had to have a lot of money to go out there and stay there. So especially on my nights, man, I done seen a lot of crazy stuff. But I'm telling you now, you will be hated on as this type of guy that can walk in the club plain Jane, bro, gas station G-man shirt, man, like regular slacks, bro, just some regular shoes or something like that, bro. It ain't got to be nothing special, bro. You ain't got to be dripped down in designer, no chains, no nothing, bro. I be doing that, bro. I do that, bro. I do that to this day. I did that for this Friday night. In a bag the chick right next to a guy just sitting there flexing his trains and all this other stuff. He just sitting there like, bro, they can't stand guys. Like, you gotta understand it. They cannot stand your ass. You like Jody over here, man. They can't stand you, bro. They don't want you around. You think these guys want you around, man? These made me busting their ass at work just to not even get the results that you get in just by walking in the room. Understand that. They cannot fathom a chick looking at them and saying, damn, cannot fathom it. Can't fathom it. Can't fathom it. They do everything to do. What they do is they flex with the resources and they get a generic version of a fake version of genuine desire. It's not even genuine desire. I can't even call that because I'm insulting the word by calling it genuine desire. They give them a generic version of interest. I'm interested in spending your damn money. That's what they're interested in. But they will feed into the ego so they can get the reward. That's the whole difference. They gotta go out spending all this money, doing all that, and leading with the money. And what gets with me is when they sit there try to act like they're Max. I hate that, bro. Like, you're not a Mac, you're a trick. Just understand that. The girls are just trying to make you feel special because they want to get a hold of the resources. Of course, they got to make your dumb ass feel special. They know, of course, they got to make you feel like, oh yeah, you getting this. They'll call you daddy and all that other stuff right there, whatever, just to get the money out of you and stuff like that. But the guys that ain't charging, those the ones that y'all hate. And the guys that was saying under his comment section, well, we ain't jealous of them type of guys, or we don't care about them type of guys. See, they don't care about them until they find out that the chick they was messing with a guy like that for free. They didn't put in so much. When you put on the scale what he had to do to get the chick and what the other guy had to do, bro, it don't even, bro. It's just a boom. Like it's not even a feather on this guy's scale. It's like a piece of a feather. You know, the little small piece of a feather, like a feather over here, and you got a 20-pound weight over here. You know what the scale gonna do? Boom. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it's gonna look like. And he had to put in so much time and effort just to even get probably a hug or whatever, bro. It's insane out here, man. You got guys in the doghouse, and it's chicks out here. They be having like these little games they be playing while they married. They'll put their man in the doghouse and argue, and come over there and smash with the guy that they really find sexually attractive. That's what they'll do. They'll put their man in the doghouse and then start an argument with him so they can leave and go and see the guy. You know how I know? Been in that situation. I literally watched this play out. That's why I don't trust chicks. I'm telling you. So it is what it is, bro. You can believe what you want to believe. But these are the guys that all men hate on because you don't have to put in no effort, bro. You don't have to put in no effort. And then most of the things that guys do on a daily basis, or just to get their lives together. Of course, they want to get their lives together for themselves, but to keep the buck, of course, they want to get women. That is the main driving force for you can say what the hell you want to say, but we are genetically designed to try to attract the other sex. But we go about it on our primal nature. We want to get the primal nature. We want the real genuine desire. We want the chicks to really desire us. With them, they try to hide behind other stuff like designer and money and all that other stuff. They try to peacock with the resources and all that. It's all necessary in the game. You just got to know what the hell you stand. You see what I'm saying? You got to know where you stand. And they're starting to try to blur the lines between that shit. No, it's not the same. Hey, like walk with the shop, say, hey, fuck, nigga, don't call me twin, bitch. We not the same. We are not the same. Trust and believe me on that. But getting back to it, bro. Yeah. If you're this type of guy that's able to, now I'm not saying being in a situation where you don't have the money and like, you know, and try to be incompetent and blah, I'm gonna be complacent just because I can still get chicks like this. No, don't try to be complacent. Still improve yourself. Still try to improve your financial state. Still stay in a perpetual state of improvement. Still stay in that. But what I'm saying is having the power. You see what I'm saying? Having the power to do that, even when you got the money. The chicks see you with the money, but okay, that's cool. You can do for yourself, but you ain't got to do nothing for me. That's how you look at a guy that got money and he's sexually attracted to her. They're not even looking for you to do nothing for them. There's no requirement there. That's nowhere in the contract. Nowhere in the contract. The only contract they want to do is come out and bounce on that. That's all they want to do. They want to come and sit on it. That's the contract right there. There is no monetary compensation. None needed. Not needed. See, but a lot of guys can't fathom this. They don't want to hear this. See, this is the part they don't want to hear. This is why you can't hang around them guys. Like I told you, as a sexually attracted man, you can't hang around guys that don't have the same experiences as you because they cannot understand you and they gonna hate on your ass. Because they doing the most to try to get these chicks, bro. And they not getting the results they want to get. That's why when you see guys that's always flexing and all this other stuff, you notice they always have the most problems with women. I notice the guys that always, because I used to hang out with guys like that. So I seen like, damn, she tripping today, busting the windshields and all kind of stuff. Bro, these chicks get real disrespectful with these guys, bro. So I can tell they don't respect these guys. They don't really turn these guys you see how a chick really treat a money man, bro. When they get mad at them, you gonna see what's up, bro. It's the difference between when they get mad at their sexually attractive man. Oh yeah, you know, it's a big difference. They get really disrespectful when the guy that got them with the money make them mad and the way they go about it versus the man they find sexually attractive. Trust and believe me, it's two different reactions right there, bro. Because a lot of guys won't understand that because they only been on one side of the reaction. Oh, these chicks out here crazy, man. Oh man, she tripping today, man. She doing. Of course, chicks gonna trip with guys they find sexually attractive, but it's different. It's just it hit different, bro. It ain't the same, bro. But anyway, it's your boy Noto back in these YouTube streets because your boy wants to be. And your boy back. Remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves. They want to work at it. I'm out.
I'm about it in person, ain't really the type to go running and jump on the internet. I come like a virus, take over the system, and then I appear like a public threat. Might call up a bitch and then have a recording of bumping my shit while she give me neck. Don't get it fucked up, cause I do hit the gym and I know that she digging my silhouette. I really don't fuck with too many, my trust hate to say it, I'm just keeping that shit a stack. Cause if niggas try me, I get unpredictable, fuck it, I get to just seeing black. You mess with the fam, I'ma hit you with 10 with a little bit cheese, I ain't talking Mac. But I ain't no killer, don't push me to sand up against the wall, try to touch my back. Yeah, bitch, I'm glad smooth, I'm dropping bars fresh out the penitentiary. And yeah, I put them on, they acting grand niggas and lost memory. So now they real niggas.